Hello everyone, how's it going? It's your boy Skilled Fawn. Today we're going to be doing another challenge run in Dark Souls 3. This is one of my favorite From Software games, so let's jump straight into it. And yeah, first we'll get into the rules, and then I'll talk about a few things that go on in the challenge run, so you guys know what to expect. So getting into the rules, it is SL1, soul level 1, and that is the minimum soul level, so you have the least amount of health, and I'm not able to level up whatsoever. So this is going to be a very tough challenge. The next thing is I have to beat the main game and all of its bosses, like all the optional ones and obviously the required ones. And then I also need to beat the DLC, but you'll see that this is the main game, and then in a week or so you'll see the DLC. I didn't want to put these together just because this one's already about like 45 minutes. I figured if I put them together it would be over an hour, so I wanted to make it, something pretty easy to enjoy and not have to waste a lot of your time. And then yeah, so I also wanted to talk about in this challenge run you'll see just the regular game, and then you'll see the game but in black and white. And this is me when I was actually playing it months ago. I was actually playing it and doing like commentary, so you'll hear me in some instances where there's like funny moments. But yeah, I'll explain about like halfway through the video, and you'll be able to understand it. Yeah, let's jump straight on into the game. And we are at the Cemetery of Ash, the starting area. We're gonna kill a few guys.
It's so funny when you get the plank shield in Bloodborne.
Yeah, now we're going to Iudex Gundyr, and he's a pretty easy boss.
Huh?
He just has a weird second phase that is not something you'd expect if you're playing this for the first time. There's a lot of his attacks that you actually can parry. I got a nice stagger. He's going to go into his phase 2, transitioning into his abomination. And fire is really, really good against it. Weak to it. Just like that.
Black fire bombs for the win.
And yeah, he goes down pretty easy. Our first boss.
That's one thing I love about Dark Souls 3 that I wish Elden Ring kind of had. Was after you kill a boss, you or well, unless you're embered, but I feel like they should have done something like that with the great runes.
Next, we're going into the shrine. This is where we're able to talk to the maiden, the firekeeper, the blacksmith, and the other NPCs we meet along the way. And we're not going to be talking to the firekeeper as much, just because she's where you level up, and we're not going to be leveling up at all this run. We're going to place the coiled sword, which will allow us to teleport. And that is, I mean, the world in DS1 is a lot different than DS3, but that's definitely the one thing I love about DS1 is that you have to work, like actually grind to get the ability to teleport. So the world of Dark Souls 3 is just like unparalleled. Like the bosses, the music, everything is just fantastic. We're gonna push on through, make our way to one of our first weapons we're gonna get. Fortunately, get slapped along the way. But we're gonna be getting the Dark Battle Axe. And you can see that this is a mimic because that chain was facing me. If it's facing the other way, then it's not a mimic. Definitely been a few times where I just open up the chests without really thinking, and I'm like, ah, okay. But luckily, did not want to die then. We're also going to grab the cell key. This is going to allow us to open up one of the cells for friendly NPC merchant. Pretty useful, especially for fire bombs, the throwing knives, all that stuff. But we're going to kill this woman right here. She does give us the banner to get to the next area, but if you kill her early, you are able to fight the dancer if you wanted to. And so I figured I'd try it and just see how I fare. My damage is not the best, but I mean, it's not gonna be too much different as I get the weapon actually leveled up.
Alright, well, Vordt it is.
So yeah, after that misfit, we're gonna head on into Vordt. And like the way you're supposed to go, the next boss, you can fight Dancer if you want to, but should be going after Vordt. You can see my damage is not terrible, but he also is a early game boss, so nothing too crazy to be happy about.
No. That's fine.
Yeah, we got slapped around a bit, got tossed around, and yeah, eventually I did get him. It wasn't too many tries, but still, I'm not as familiar with this game like Elden Ring. Though this is like one of my favorites. It's just been a couple years that I've played. Yeah, that's one thing I definitely want to do in the future. So if you guys ever want to see like more Dark Souls 3 challenge runs, like daggers only, you know, pyromancy, sorcery, you know, you name it, SL1 plus 0, love to do that. Let me know in the comments.
I mean, yeah, if I can do Lanian level 1, I can do Nameless King and Gundyr.
Now we're gonna head on over to the next area.
Oh gosh, this is...
Hello there.
Thank you. Just let me light this, Oh, that's clutch.
We're gonna drink some Estus soup. And yeah, just keep on progressing. We're gonna talk to NPCs, make friends with them. Especially that giant, he is very useful. We're gonna grab 2 very important rings. The Flynn ring is good for giving me extra damage, especially with lower equip load, and then the Chloranthy ring gives me more stamina regen.
Okay, dude, you gotta shoot them. There we go.
Kill-tacular.
Feed.
Next, we're gonna go for the tree boss. This is a pretty easy boss. It's pretty laughable, but you can get absolutely messed up if you're not watching out. Just gotta destroy these like eggs on the side of it. You'll deal massive damage, or you could go for the hand. It spawns like an extra hand in phase 2. Yeah, that's another boss, soul level 1. Looking pretty good to run.
Well, the Crimson Chin did good.
Yeah, kind of funny. I named my character the Crimson Shin to that cartoon. It's just so funny.
Oh shit, get out of there. No! Wait, what? Oh,
So next we're gonna go to another pretty laughable boss, but that's the Crystal Sage, and I did get, another weapon. And I've actually got like a few more that I've just been like slowly upgrading. But this is gonna be very good because it has passive bleed, and I believe I infused it with raw, so when you infuse something with raw, it doesn't scale with stats, and especially low level, it's very worthwhile. And like to further explain that, if you don't know, in these games, like each weapon will have like a scaling from like E to S, with S being the best. And once you remove that, you'll get way better base damage. And you can even put on like resins too, which makes your damage even better. Very worthwhile.
I was like, why did they all collapse? Holy. What? Super sprinted. I freaking. All these obstacles. Gosh, dude. I can probably get them actually here. Just gonna. No, I can't. Because that can go through the wall. The pillars.
Yeah, for some reason this boss fight was just very tough. There's just a lot of these guys. Even though they won't all attack at once, it is shuffle to figure out which one is going to attack.
It's like I have to constantly. Wait. There we go. That's huge. Oh wait, wrong guy. Shit. I thought it was. Oh my gosh. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Finally. That should not have taken so long. Holy crap. Thank you, Dark Souls. You cooperated this time. And I actually got good. Huh? Go join your friend. There you go. Oh, that's so good.
We're gonna extinguish the torches, and this will give me access to the Abyss Watchers.
You guys don't see anything. Just a normal box, just going through the swamp. It's floating down the stagnant water.
Hello there.
And yeah, we do have someone following us, trying to give us a massive bear hug. Like, no thank you, sir. trying to get to my objective. And that objective is the Abyss Watchers. This is one of my favorite boss fights in the game. I think their lore and just the way that they fight is super cool. And you're able to get easy backstabs on them. But like I said, I'm still pretty rusty at this, so I'm definitely going to be getting tossed around a bunch. And we're going to head on back in. Get hit a few times to just make sure I can feel that pain still. Very close. Wow. Almost death. Or you use the Ember. One nice thing about this game, I really do enjoy DS3 just for the Ember system. Really wish they would have done something similar with Elden Ring. But yeah, the second one's gonna spawn in now, and they're both gonna attack me, and eventually a third one will. We'll keep 2 of them occupied. And we're at his massive combo meter attack. Gosh. It can mess you up. Let's go.
Abyss Watchers level 1. Let's get it.
Yeah, we're gonna cut down the bridge. This will give me access to one of the optional bosses. And just behind me is the next boss, but I figured let's go do the optional boss first. That is the old Demon King. Very, very cool. And yeah, most of his attacks are pretty slow. And, you know, easily read them. But sometimes that fire, that quick hand fire attack can be a bit tough. Gonna go into his phase 2. He does do this one attack that if you don't go quick, you're gonna get hit. And I almost got hit by it right there.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Oh, I forgot about that. Ooh. Damn, I almost did a hit list too. What the...
GG's. On to the next boss. And pretty much after this point is when the bosses start to get real. This is like the last, or one of the, I mean, you could argue some of the later ones are laughable, but I think they are kind of, they're definitely, you know, is a skill jump. And so yeah, you gotta destroy these 3 bracelets, because we are like in the abyss or the deep right now, and those holy rings are keeping the abyss at bay. We're just gonna be slapping them off his hands, his wrists, and send him back to the void. Goodbye, Wolnir. I will not miss you. Of course, we beat him at soul level 1. We're gonna continue. But this is where I did take a break the first time I played, and months later I came back and I wanted to beat it. There's a few challenge runs that I had not beaten yet that I started So I wanted to, finish them out. This was the first one, along with RL1+0 and Elden Ring, and a few others. So expect those on the channel. But we're gonna continue on this, and I'm just gonna be pretty much parrying Pontiff. And this fight took me a good little bit to figure out what to do. I obviously knew you were supposed to parry, but I just, forgot the timing, and I was not doing the smartest decisions. But eventually got him to a good spot. Most likely we'll take him out. Gotta roll through his phantom alone and just do the parry button. Although I wish he didn't do that attack. Pretty sure it would have been flawless at that point. I could be wrong. But yeah, there we go. Pontiff Sulyvahn goes down. And definitely was not easy, and it took some time, but nothing crazy. And up next we got Aldrich. And yeah, Gwendolyn is probably one of my favorite bosses from DS1. Even though he is very weak. I don't know. Not many bosses talk. I think he's like one of the few actually that do. So, I don't know. I really did enjoy this fight. But yeah, of course, Aldrich stole his powers and the life hunt scythe. Absolutely snatched me right there. Almost died.
Bruh.
Yeah, he's just gonna be teleporting across the room. So gotta be very careful. Especially once he does his arrow attack. That is the worst. Definitely do not want to get caught off guard. And next we're gonna be in the profane capital and head on over to Yhorm. We're pretty much destroying the Lords of Cinder right now. These are the big bads that have linked the fire in the past. And once we kill them, we'll either link the fire, end the cycle, whatever we want to do. And yeah, this is such a fun weapon. If you ever fought Storm King or any of those other gimmick bosses, it's just really fun fight. Though it may not be the most challenging, it's, I don't know, definitely just more so cinematic and lore. And yeah, with them down, we're gonna head on back to the dancer of the Boreal Valley. And yeah, we're gonna mess her up, take her down. And I will admit, it took me a decent amount of time. I think at least just a stream or a stream and a half, maybe two. She has some really quick attacks.
Skill issue.
And yeah, just like that, I'm getting absolutely messed up. But yeah, we're gonna press on. We're not gonna let it stop me. Even though we may not have the most damage, it's double what it is from when I fought her at the beginning. It's very good. This is one of the very few like fights in the game, if not like the only one, where like the atmosphere like changes, because if you have a fire weapon, or when the boss like swings her attack, it hits like the stuff on the side, it'll actually catch on fire, which is pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, I can't think of another boss that the arena does that. Yeah, Dragon Slayer armor, another boss that took me a decent amount of tries. Probably shouldn't have, but luckily these just don't have like the most health, and you know, they're very easy compared to the later game bosses. And yeah, if you've not played this, wait till you see the DLC bosses. They get even crazier. We're gonna be getting some secondary fire from those, like, I think they're called there's something butterflies. I almost called them the angels. Those are like the death angels from the DLC. Those things are scary as hell. They deal massive damage. Yeah, this is another one of my favorite bosses. This is an optional boss. You definitely don't have to fight him, but you know, we got to if we're doing this challenge run. And you can see he is quite tanky, but like for his first phase, he is pretty passive. He is holding on to his, supposedly his child. Can't see it though, because it's also apparently invisible. But I think in like some of the early stages of this game, they actually did have like a model or something for the baby. But I could be wrong. I swear I saw like some, I don't know, like some unused thing from, you know, some other YouTuber. But yeah, just pretty much roll through most of his attacks like into him. Unless it's like, you know, when he's flying, you don't want to roll into his frost attack. But yeah, another boss, and we're pretty much more than, you know, halfway. We're getting to the end. Got the Iudex Gundyr, that's like the real one, not like the infected one. And we've got this really cool area called, I think, Dragon's Peak. That's the name of it. And that's where we're gonna fight one of the coolest bosses. One of the other one is probably the worst in the game. Yeah, of course. I'm not showing like all my deaths and stuff, but I am getting absolutely slapped around from time to time. Once again, we're not getting terrible damage. I do have one of the rings on that gives me extra damage. I'm gonna hit him one last time, take him out, and yeah, we're gonna head on into the Mirrorverse Shrine, grab all the loot from there. You gotta, to get there, you gotta do the emote, Path of the Dragon. You know, just look longingly over there. Eventually you'll get this cutscene. We'll get teleported over. And when I started this challenge run, I was quite nervous of Nameless King, just because I've fought him before in the past, and he has a pretty, you know, high reputation of like one of the hardest games in like just the base game, and possibly, you know, he's pretty high even for the DLC bosses. But We're gonna fight Ancient Wyvern, and yeah, we could, just fight, just hit him in the legs. I guess fight him like the unorthodox way, but we're just gonna not waste time on this trash boss, and we're just gonna take him out. Easy way. So I am very happy that they have that there. It's cool that it gives the player the choice. Always nice to see something like that. Yeah, with that boss down, we're gonna get teleported to the actual like main area of this. But I mean, not before we take out the Lords of Cinder themselves. Ones that they want to break free from the curse.
Welcome, unkindled one, purloiner of cinders.
That's one thing I just love about bosses when they actually like talk to the player. Very few bosses that do these games, so it's really cool to hear what they have to say, even if they're like taunting us or whatever. And yeah, this boss fight did take me a few tries, but I guess one thing that really helped was the amount of Estus Flasks that I have. But I was just really trash at just gauging which attack he was gonna do. But as the fight went on, I was able to, get a pretty good understanding of the fight again. And yeah, for his phase 2, so he got resurrected, you're just gonna have to pretty much take out the younger brother. You're gonna have to take him out, and this will allow them not to be regenerated. Gonna keep on dodging, hitting where necessary. Yeah, we have like pretty good damage, like any of these challenge runs that I do, if I see like yellow or orange damage, like that's like the perfect thing. You'll see in the RL 1+0 the pain that I felt going through those bosses, just seeing sliver by sliver just going down. But yeah, with all the lords gone pretty much, we have the one lord left, the Lord of Cinder. But we still have to do Nameless King. He is the next boss. But this cutscene's really cool, so I want to include it. And yeah, make your prediction for the ending. What do you think it'll be? If you haven't seen this game, or if you have seen it, what ending you think I'll choose? Don't cheat. But yeah, this weapon's been like really good to me. I've been, like swapping them out. You'll see in the Nameless King fight, I used 2 axes, and that's just because, he's a little bit weaker to bleed, a little bit easier to proc. But the Maiden's gonna give us the embers, the flame. It's only a little bit of it though. Yeah, if you've played Elden Ring and you haven't played any of the other From Software games, I highly, highly recommend you do. They like each of them are super good. Even if like some of them may be a bit old, janky, they're so fun. Like I love Dark Souls 1. Yeah, like I said, we gotta take out Nameless King before the Lord of Cinder. So yeah, it's a two-phase fight. Him and his like Drake. And the Drake is very weak to lightning, so I'm just using that to pepper him. And I would say like about like half the time that I was doing this, because I obviously died a lot, I got a stagger on the dragon. It's just like how much you can attack him, you know, which attacks Nameless King does. We're gonna swap weapons, put the bleed lacerating effect on. We're gonna just, you know, start going to town on him. He is such a cool boss. That's definitely one thing about PS3 is a lot of the bosses feel like super anime. They've got all these crazy moves. You're just like, holy crap, I just dodged that. That's sick. Yeah, with a few hits left, we're gonna run in, get the last hits, and yeah, take him out at soul level 1. And I did only have one Estus left, so very, very close. Oh, Lord of Cinder, Soul of Cinder, whatever your name is, all just blends in. This boss, such a cool boss. I love how it you know, ties back to DS1, but I don't know, one, I'm just kind of trash at it, and two, he has some of these like most staggered attacks. Like, it is insane. And you know, his combos are very, very hard to predict in some of the like weapon classes he uses. I think like just his normal straight sword, he just has so many different combo attacks. It's insane. And then when he uses this pole, the attacks are very quick. Be constantly on your guard, waiting. Eventually, we're gonna send him on to phase 2. Accidentally gave him a nice little love kick. No worries. Yeah, this is when Lord of Cinder, I can't believe I called him that. The Soul of Cinder, going to, like, basically use Gwyn's moves, and, you know, he'll add a few of his own. Very cool. Though I wish you could parry him, but I guess that would be pretty trash. It would, I mean, I don't know. I'm at least just, you know, it's a cool fight, but I'm just very bad. We're rolling, get that hit, and take him down at soul level 1. Let's go, baby. That is huge. And yeah, that is the main game completed. All of the bosses, optional ones and required. And now we're going to choose the end cutscene. And we're going to summon the Firekeeper, the Maiden. And yeah, and pretty much, I mean, in a lot of the From Software games, there's a cutscene like this. Not all of them, but like for one of the optional endings, and my favorite. Yeah, we're gonna have her take all the flame. We'll, you know, link the fire. It'll be a joyous event. While this is going on, expect to see a bunch of other stuff on the channel. I mentioned RL1+0, that was easily the hardest challenge I've ever completed, and oh my god, that took the life out of me, sucked it out just like a vampire. So it'd be great to see you guys in that one. And there's a bunch of like Need for Speed stuff. I've been doing a Nuzlocke, which is like one life stock car. That's also been very tough. So yeah, I'm really excited to share that with you guys and all the future stuff on the channel. It's nice to start the new year out right. The fun challenge run and many more to come. And yeah, I'm also going to be updating my banner for my channel and my profile picture and a bunch of other things. I want to make it look a little bit different, so expect that. But yeah, the ending I'm going to do is we're going to take out the maiden and we're going to snuff out the flame for ourselves. In the Demon Souls game, when you strike down the maiden, you also put your foot on her head. It was just, I don't know, it's funny from software, just has this recurring theme. But yeah, so that's Dark Souls 3 SL1 main game. We beat it. Very fun. But yeah, we still have a ton left to do. You have the DLC for this game, and there are two. There is the Ashes of Ariando, and then the Ring City. And yeah, there's about like it's 6 or 7 bosses. Got 2 in Ashes, and I think 4 or 5 in Ring City. I can't put it. I can't really think of the exact number, but it's somewhere around there. So it's not too many, but it takes a very long time, the DLC, because obviously it's scaled for higher than the main game. Especially at soul level 1, the damage is kind of abysmal at some points. But we're gonna progress on through, go through the pain, use it to fuel me. And yeah, I greatly appreciate all you guys coming to the channel. It's been absolutely fantastic to see all the support, the love, the comments, all the stuff you guys have been sending me. Been awesome. I also see a few of you guys in the Twitch chat from time to time, so it's great talking to you guys in there, learning more from you guys. And there's still like a ton of stuff in these games that I don't know about, so sometimes you guys come in and give me some good hints, help me out in the runs, which is very nice. Appreciate it. But yeah, expect to see the DLC very soon. This is your boy Skilled Fawn, and I'm gonna be peacing out. But yeah, I do greatly appreciate you guys. You guys rock. And yeah, take care. Skilled Fawn out.